Good evening, friends. It's lovely to see so many gathered in already to the first of these series of meetings here in Lisburn CWU. And wherever part of the world you've travelled from, you're more than welcome. Hands up, those of you that are local, Lisburn and the surrounding areas. Oh, a few hands go up, right? Any farther up, Lucy Dromore, Banbridge? Oh yes, a few up there. Ballinhinch? Well, I put my hand for originally, Ballinhinch. Okay. Okay, that's it. Okay, anybody wants to join us? I stand and wait to see the blessings of Jesus Nazarene. And wonder are we not be as sinners and therefore free. God marvelous, how wonderful that my song shall ever be. God marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. Okay, do the actions.
Was with me was speaking on Elijah, during the life of Elijah, and he came to the last day, the last morning, and he spoke about Elijah going to heaven in the chariot of fire and the whirlwind. There was a girl there who could speak good English, and she came up to him after and she said, "I have a question." I said, "What is the question?" I've been reading my Bible today, and in John's Gospel it says, no man hath ascended to heaven. And you have told us that Elijah went to heaven. How can that be? That's your question for tonight. I answered, I wonder how you would answer. Because Elijah never ascended. He was taken. Jesus Christ ascended. And the great truth of the rapture is this, that one of these nights I'm going to be taken, caught up to meet the Lord in the air. These are dark days. Spiritually speaking, these are dark days. We ought not to be moved, so to speak, because the Scriptures have already forecast the kind of days we would be living in concerning the church. You know, when Paul already spoke about the Jew, the Gentile, and the church of God, three distinct peoples. And when you speak of three distinct peoples in prophecy, you need to look at prophecy that belongs to the church, prophecy that belongs to the Jew, and prophecy that belongs to the Gentile. Otherwise you'll get totally confused. Totally confused. But here's what the New Testament tells us. In the last days, there will be a departure from the faith. Perilous times will come for the church of Jesus Christ. A departure from the faith. They also speak not only about a departure from the faith, they speak about a denial of the power, having a form of godliness without the power. And the problem today is this: we have so much going on in our pulpits that is powerless, having the form, going through the motions, but the power is missing. And the Scriptures had already predicted that, prophesied that. There will be a departure from the faith. There will be a denial of the promise. There will be a denial of the person, even the Lord that bought them. Brethren and sisters, let me tell you this tonight. Every other faith in the world, their head is gone. Dead. Muhammad's dead. Buddha's dead. Confucius is dead. But Jesus is alive, and alive forevermore. And with all that in the back of our minds, let me just say three things tonight. Now, I'll keep my eye. There's a clock up there, so you don't need to worry. There is a clock. The only thing you need to worry is that I can't read the clock. Let me just say three things when we think of the rapture tonight. Number one, Jesus Christ will be returning for his bride. Number two, Jesus Christ will be returning with his bride. And number three, Jesus Christ will be reigning with his bride. Three simple things. He's returning for his bride. Then he's returning with his bride. And then we will be reigning with him. We call it the rapture. We know that Paul reminded the Corinthian believers that this event will happen in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. That simply means before you could blink, the bride is gone. One old preacher, I remember one night, he were sitting talking about this, and he's in glory tonight, so I can tell you this. He said, if the bride is the church is the bride of Christ, do you think that he's going to put his church through tribulation, great tribulation? He says, what man is about to take the woman he's about to marry and give her a good hiding before he marries her? What an illustration. Why is this subject so precious to me? I was sitting one morning in the Royal Victoria Hospital in the casualty department. The casualty department I was no stranger to. I was my both arms broken twice each, suspected broken neck, a few other things. So I was no stranger. One Friday sitting, waiting to be called. I just lit the cigarette, waiting to be called. And then I started to curse the doctor because I was sitting there. I was supposed to go back to work. And I'm sitting here. And suddenly something happened. I didn't understand what it was. But a voice started speaking into my life. Jackie, Jesus is coming soon. If you were to come this morning, your mother, your father, your sisters would rise to meet him in the air, but you would be left behind. I didn't understand the working of the Holy Spirit in my life, but I began to tremble. I began to shake. And I thought if I could get away from this doctor, back to work, I went back into work, and as we always did first thing in the morning, we always got the papers out for picking the horses for the racing in the afternoon. But I'd get back to work, and this voice was stronger than ever. But Jesus Christ comes this morning. You will be left behind. To cut the story short, I fell on my knees and cried on the Lord to save me, to forgive me, to cleanse me, and to make me his own. You know how it started? When a man stopped me in the Shankill Road one day walking down. He says, you never think about getting saved? I said, sure, I think about it all the time, never did. But I thought he was going to start preaching to me. He said this. He says, in the prayer meeting on Wednesday night, your mother stands up with the tears running down her cheeks. And she's praying that God save you. And he says, when your mother sits down, your father stands up. And in like fashion, he prays. My response to him was, there must be bigger fools than I thought there were. But thank God, he answered her prayers and lifted me out from the miry clay and gave me a hope in a hopeless world, because the King is coming and I'm going to see him face to face. You there. God bless.
When the